45, feeling like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my die. Knock you off a base with a bat when them niggas slide. Shawty saw my wallet, now she think I answer. No, I can never trick. Let's with a kiss on my lips, like, oh, I am not I'm a man with a gift, and I'm doing my shit like.
Kenyatta Wright, Director of Football Business at Cowboy Football, and I got a special cowboy here. Tell them who you are, where you come from.
My name is Bryan McCoy. I'm an inside linebacker from the University of Akron.
Well, B-Mac, is that your nickname? What's your nickname?
Yes, sir. B-Mac is what
B-Mac?
they call me.
Yeah, that's what they call you. Man, so if we're talking to the Cowboy fans, who is Bryan McCoy?
Bryan McCoy is he's an aggressive linebacker, leadership guy who's willing to drag everybody with him to success and who's going to do anything it takes to be successful. I feel that, when we're going through our most difficult times is the times where we should rely on each other and hold together. So that's what I'm here to bring. That's
awesome, man. So obviously when we're going through the portal, evaluating guys all year long, don't know for sure if they're going to get in or not. You just got to watch them, see. That's the nature of this business now, and in my role in personnel and doing those type of things. And obviously the linebackers, I'm paying extra special attention. And we told you this before, but you've been on our list for a long time, man. And so whenever we had our first meeting when you got here, what did you feel that was probably different, or why you jumped in the portal from Akron to come to Stillwater?
I just felt blessed, honestly. It was different for me. I'm a big guy on relationships and stuff like that. You can't get me with, flashy things or nice things or stuff like that. But a genuine relationship is what I'm really about, and a genuine relationship with God, which is what I felt here in Stillwater. It's really honestly a blessed place. Everybody's so nice, and it's a community that cares. And a community that cares is one, that I could get behind and, give all I got to it.
Yeah, so just kind of taking some of our listeners and people that's watching this, kind of what the nuts and bolts of all this. We won't get into contract details, but, man, we was up till 3 o'clock in the morning fighting off teams to get you signed. You remember that night?
Yeah, I remember that night, man. It was tough. I was sweating myself.
Dealing with your agent, dealing with family, wanting to, you was going to, wait till your family on the next morning.
Nah, no
and
doubt.
me and what we said, when we stand up until we see that paper.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what it took, man. That's what it took, though.
Yeah.
So I just put it in God's hands. It was a prayer, and I felt it right there, and I'm like, yeah, this is a good choice.
Man, and we're thankful for it too, man. And we know that in athletics, there's a lot of adversity that happens. There's things that people don't understand that you guys go through to be successful in life. Tell us something that was, kind of adverse or something for you, and then tell us about the victory on the other side.
Something that was adverse for me was actually driving down here. I actually swerved into like a ditch. It's kind of crazy for me, but I thank God I got saved and came out of that. And the victory was actually getting here, because it has been one of the best things to happen to me, and I'm changing my life for the better. I'm learning how to be a man around men like Coach Gundy and Kenyatta Wright, Justin Gordon, and men like themselves. I'm just learning how to be a better person, and I felt like that was the great choice for me and my family.
Well, man, appreciate it. So tell us about your family. Tell us about everybody at home.
So I got a mom, Belinda Green, and I have a brother, Corey, sister, Stephanie Adams, and my father, Bryan McCoy Sr., is my father, of course. And, yeah, he takes good care of me. He works at Frito-Lay, and my mom's a nurse. They're great people, and they just, instill dedication in me, and that's just what it takes.
That's awesome, man. So, obviously, you're in a position I'm very familiar with and love the linebackers. We call it the LBC here in Stillwater. But, man, what was it? Obviously, because we talked about it, man. We was up till 3 o'clock in the morning trying to sign you from all these other teams around the country. What was it about the Cowboy culture that just made you that you just knew that this was the place you wanted to finish your last year?
So I actually grew up watching this team a little bit.
Really?
Yes, sir. I actually grew up watching this team. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, growing up watching this team.
And tell them where you from, though.
I'm from Chicago.
Chicago,
yeah,
and you watching a stinking Oklahoma State
I was
Cowboy.
watching Oklahoma State, a lot of Alabama, just a lot of the Southern teams I was watching because the game is just so physical and fast down here. And just when I watched your tape, actually, I just noticed like the tenacity and the intensity you play with, and I'm like, man, well, what type of linebacker do I want to be? I want to be that. I want to be something better than that. So I'm like, shoot, if I can get behind him and I can learn something, then I can learn how to take my linebacker play to the next level. That'll be the best thing that I'll ever want. So yeah, that was my thought process when I saw our linebackers, and I'm like, what's the culture here? Okay, aggressive. Okay, relentless. Okay, tenacity.
Yeah,
all those things that takes to be a linebacker on 4th and 1 when you got to make that stop. You got to be aggressive. You got to be relentless. See you against him.
Yeah, and so I told you during your process of us recruiting you, that short period of time, I got Nick Martin on the phone with you and told you, like, when we're looking at guys and I'm evaluating guys, we want to see the relentless approach to the game for one, but the next thing is like every single play we want to see guys running to the football. And I said, talk to Nick and tell him it's just this innate behavior, and that's something that you possessed. And so in your little short conversation for Nick, could you feel like the intensity that he played with?
Shoot, Coach, I've seen Nick's film. I've seen Nick's PFF. Like, I'm a linebacker now, so I look at every good linebacker.
Yeah.
I'm looking worldwide. If you're a good linebacker, I know your name. So Nick Martin, that wasn't a name that was new to me. I already known him, and he's chasing the ball from the boundary to the field. So it just never mattered to him. He's making that play.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about him. It didn't matter which team. It didn't matter who he was going against. He's gonna make that play, and you can see that in his eyes when the ball snaps.
Yeah. So I know you got animals, and that's one of the things that you wanted to make sure you had a place. But when you got to Stillwater, what did you notice here, and how's your time been since you got here in these short couple months?
I noticed how like generous people were. Like I noticed there was a lot of understanding, for life, because life can happen at any time. And in Stillwater, I think people understand that, and they give you, oh yeah, I can understand that. And I feel that human touch is really good for, that's really good here. That people in the cities that are really missing out on. People in the city that I feel like they get so disconnected and they forget that the person next to them also is going through a lot too, and also can be helped. You can help each other. You can love them as you would family.
Yeah. Obviously, we are family here. Tell us some of the, your new teammates, some of the guys that cut up that you like to hang around or do stuff with. Talk to us about that. Give us some locker room talk.
Love all my teammates.
Yeah.
Sean Davian is one of my favorite. Rashad, favorite. Brandon Ross, Tripp, shoot. Anybody that's on the defensive side, we really hang out a lot. My whole linebacker core, Utu, Ike, John, all those guys. It's actually amazing. Iman he's really funny too. Kirk, those guys too. Yeah. Another guy who I really felt like wasn't funny but was real serious with me, and he had a real conversation with me, was Jack and Dean. And I thought he really touched me, and he actually got me to start going to church out here. I found a good life church out here, and it was
cool.
It was very impacting. Yeah. So I thought he was awesome too. And the fact that you got guys here that's doing that and touching people like that in such a positive way, I feel like it's amazing.
That's good, man. That's really good. Last question or last couple comments is that, obviously transitioning from Akron to Oklahoma State, having a new defensive coordinator, having a totally new defensive scheme that's kind of built around a pro model. How's that transition been for you so far with Coach Cap and Coach Grantham?
At first, it was a little difficult. I'm gonna sit here and be honest.
Yeah, because you're really smart.
Yeah, I'm a smart guy. I personally don't like not knowing something. So I was like, oh my, what's going on? But the second I sat down and I actually went back to my basics and what I used to do, I learned it like that. It was, it became second nature to me, and I can play fast within this defense. I can call things fast, and I can make it happen. So I felt like, it was kind of difficult at first, but as soon as I sat down and got to my basics, talked to my coach, and, got things the right way, it was what it was. I took it and flew.
Yeah, and y'all just came out of football school, which I love it because, in this game and in this industry, you only get better by truly being intentional and disciplined in your everyday activities. And when Coach Grantham started football school, it's kind of like the pros. That's what you got to do. I mean, it's football all day, every day. And I seen you guys in the office all the time, and it's on you. Like you have to come there and do that, and you have to go to the meeting rooms and study film on your own. And everyone wants to talk about records, and no one knows the work that it takes for us to be successful here. And I'm proud to see you guys doing it, and also the way like you guys have gelled so fast. And so I don't want to predict because we still got a long way to go, but what you guys have done this last 2 months is truly remarkable, coming off of a season that we just had and 33 new guys here or whatever, and really, getting locked in together, man. And I think that's attributed to a lot from you and what you've done and how you guys have kind of rallied around each other, new and old here.
True, Coach. I mean, you could also give more credit to the staff too, because when we first talked, you told me I'm gonna put some dogs around you. I mean, and
that was
and
our job.
And these guys have been nothing but relentless. They attack the weight room, they attack the running, we attack everything, we attack the walkthrough. So, true. I mean, the credit goes both ways. So.
Yeah, and Coach Gundy in our meeting. Literally, in the NFL, they call it Black Monday because if you have a bad record, everybody gone. But literally on the plane back from Colorado, and when we touched down, he basically said it in his portal, like, we got to be the most competitive in every single room. And I think we got it. We can get better, obviously, and Coach Glass is making sure y'all competitive in every single room. But I'm really excited for this 2025 season, and man, I'm glad you're a Cowboy.
Absolutely.
So
Coach.
Is there anything else that these Cowboy fans need to know about Bryan McCoy?
True. Nope. I'm probably just gonna work to be great, y'all. That's all. You're gonna see it. That's all. I don't really do a lot of the talking. I know this is an interview, but I love to do more of the showing. That's really where the excitement kicks in. Like, oh my gosh, one of those guys.
Well, I'm looking for them pads to pop in
Yes,
the
sir.
fall, man. I appreciate you coming today.
Absolutely.
Thanks, B-Mac. We'll let you get out of here.
I am not I'm a man with a gift, and I'm doing my shit like.